Magandang gabi at narito pa rin tayo sa Urban X. Mahapanayam natin sa ilang sandali ang isang kilalang architect at urban planner, walang iba kundi si Architect June Palafox. Tutulungan niya tayong mas maintindihan palalo ang kahalagahan ng isang maayos at magandang syudad o ang tinatawag na livable city. Ito ay may kinalaman sa Sustainable Development Goal number 11 or Making Cities Inclusive, Safe, Resilient, and Sustainable. Maraming salamat po for joining us this evening. Tonight we'll talk about livable cities po or kung paano po gaganda ang pamumuhay sa mga syudad po. So para po sa inyo bilang isang urban planner, paano niyo po mailalarawan ng isang livable city?
Yeah, livable cities must be functional, beautiful, and healthy, among many others. Kasi pwedeng planuhin ng isang syudad parang yung katawan natin, human body. Let's say, ikumpara natin ng mga, let's say, Metro Manila. Is it a healthy metropolis? And the heart of Metro Manila are the Central Business District. Yung Central Business District natin, hindi sila walkable.
Okay.
Nawawala na yung mga open spaces. Open spaces in the city are the lungs of the city.
Okay.
The central business districts are the heart. And the roads at saka mga waterways, rivers and waterways and roads are the arteries. And with all this traffic congestion, so parang ang syudad natin kailangan na ng heart bypass. Wala na siyang lungs dahil binibenta yung mga open spaces. Nung ako'y nag-aaral sa Harvard, kinumpira namin ang Metropolitan Boston saka Metropolitan Los Angeles. Kasi sa Los Angeles, dinisign yung Los Angeles para sa kotse, car-oriented. Not for the pedestrian, not for public transit. Samantala ang Boston, designed mainly for the pedestrian, public transport, and ang dami nilang parks and playground. In fact, yung mga parks and playgrounds sa Boston, interconnected ng linear parks, kaya pwede kang maglakad o magbisikleta, interconnecting all the open spaces.
Okay.
And we found out sa Los Angeles na kung wala kang kotse, parang wala kang paa, wala kang legs para maglakad. Kasi over-dependent ka sa kotse. Yun ang design ng city. Samantala sa Boston, mapipilitan kang maglakad kasi ang gaganda ng linear parks, walkways, saka convenient public transit, trains, buses, monorails, and so on, and subways. Pero sa Los Angeles, wala yan. And what the findings are that yung mas maraming obesity, matataba, sa Los Angeles, saka mas maraming heart attacks sa Los Angeles dahil hindi sila nakakapaglakad. Masyadong dependent sa kotse. At saka, hindi lang traffic grabe, emissions grabe. Ganon. Sa Boston, hindi ganon. Kasi maski maraming kotse sa Boston, maraming congestion charging, mahal ang parking, and so on. In fact, ganon din sa Manhattan in New York. You can own a car, pero magbabayad ka sa congestion charging during peak hours. Pag ma-traffic, magbabayad ka to enter a congested area. In fact, pati sa Dubai, ganun na yun. Ginawa sa Dubai, yung mga light rail transit nila, the first couch, yung unang train, for business class, para maengganyo yung mga may kotse na mag-train na lang. Tapos yung second couch, second train, women and children. Tapos the rest of the train for everybody. And then sa Dubai, mahal ang parking. During peak hour, working days, pagpapasok ka sa Dubai, you pay 60 pesos per entrance. Tatawid ka sa mga bridges ng Dubai Creek, you pay 60 pesos in congestion charging. And lahat nito is part of designing for urban planning cities and civic architecture. And ang designing healthy cities also after a disaster. May pagkakataon na build back better, safer, smarter, more sustainable, and more resilient yung mga cities natin. Sa Palafox, marami tayong pinapose yan sa Yolanda Corridor after the Super Typhoon Haiyan or Yolanda. And then after Ondoy, sa Metro Manila, marami din tayong inokomenda na solusyon para bago mangyari yung susunod na disaster, we plan our cities properly. So ang mga healthy cities din, gagaya ng Metro Manila, 1 oras, 3 oras ka sa traffic. Ibang better planned cities elsewhere in the world, you spend mga 30 minutes lang to go to the office.
Yes.
Dito sa Pilipinas, sa Metro Manila lalo na, I think the average employees, let's say ng Makati Central Business District or sa Ortigas Center, and most employees of Metro Manila, they probably spend 3,000 hours a year in traffic. Then if you work for 40 years, maybe 30,000 to 40,000 hours a year are wasted in your 40 years of your life. So, kasi mali rin yung pagpaplano ng mga syudad natin, yung mga malapit sa shopping centers, schools, mga job centers, offices, na palagiran na malalaking bahay na mayayaman, naka-wall pa sila. So, in the ordinary Filipino, hindi ma-afford yung housing stock, yung available housing, close to the place of work. So, Metro Manila, pwedeng urban laboratory how not to develop a city. Tapos, sabi nga ng professor ko sa Harvard noon, sabi nila, this century will be a rare century. Reimagine, replan, re-engineer, re-architecture, reuse, recycle, and hopefully we'll have urban renaissance, urban renewal, and so on. Kaya pagpaplano ng mga komunidad o mga syudad, mga bayan, mga towns, pwedeng, if done properly through good urban planning and architecture and engineering, we can have more healthy, livable cities.
Ang nabanggit niyo rin po yung Metro Manila is not how to do it, yung mga maling nagawa po sa pagpaplano ng syudad. Sa kasalukuyan din po ba, may mga nagawa na rin mga tamang hakbang para sa pagbuo ng isang livable city?
Marami tayong proposals ng Palafox Architecture and Palafox Associates na part of our advocacy. We take pictures of the uglification of our cities at gumagawa tayo ng urban design perspectives or architectural perspectives, how they should look like, and we call them postcards from the future. Instead of writing about complaints that our cities are ugly, advocacy na rin natin, tulungan natin yung mga local governments and so on, and sana makinig naman sila sa atin. And sinasabi rin natin sa Palafox na address the hazards before they become disasters, kasi by doing that through urban planning, architecture, engineering, and the other sciences, it's 10% cheaper to address the hazards before they become disasters, and rehabilitation is at least 9 times more expensive than disaster preparedness, addressing the hazards. And it can be done by design. At saka marami tayong mahihiram na best practices elsewhere in the world. Ang ginagawa na nila, siguro sa bayan natin parang revolutionary ideas, pero elsewhere in the world, best practices na. And Metro Manila can still be saved through urban renewal, re-engineering, urban redevelopment. At kailangan natin na talaga sa bayan natin, sa mga siyudad natin, sa mga towns natin, sa mga komunidad, sa mga barangay, kailangan natin talaga visionary leadership, leaders with vision, strong political will, good planning like urban planning, good design like architecture and engineering, and good governance. Yung 5 ingredients na yan, umunlad ang Dubai, umunlad ang Singapore, and the more successful, more progressive cities in the world, kasi yung leadership nila and innovation nakakombine together. Kaya through design, through planning, advanced planning, pwede tayong gumawa ng more healthy, more walkable, more bikeable, and more livable cities and communities.
Sa ngayon po, ano po yung dapat bigyang prioridad o ano yung dapat maging top priority kung gusto po natin magkaroon ng livable city po?
Dapat planning muna. Kasi mali yung ginagawa ng gobyerno natin. Gumagawa ng budget, naging pork barrel, tapos maghahanap ng corrupt na consultant, corrupt na contractor para ma-implement. Kasi baliktad yung proseso. Dapat planning first, then programming, then budgeting, then feedback. Nangyayari sa mga politiko natin, kaya yung mga legislators natin, ginagawa yung budget, wala pang plano. Kaya nagkakaroon din ng corruption. And sa corruption din, sabi nga natin, corruption kills. Kasi kung may corruption sa paggawa ng mga infrastruktura natin, mga bridges, public buildings, pag may earthquake, let's say, earthquake 7.2, magko-collapse lang yan, and people will get killed. So preparing for the disasters and hazards, it's really, you would be saving millions of lives and billions worth of properties and infrastructure. Importante talaga, we plan properly, design properly bago tayo mag-implement. Pero pag naka-implement na, kailangan din ng maintenance and repair. Minsan nakatayo na, hindi na repair.
Okay po. Yung mga, paano po kaya makakatulong yung mga ordinaryong mamamayan, lalo-lalo na po yung mga millennials, upang makatulong sa mas magandang kalidad ng pamumuhay sa syudad?
Mga millennials, siguro, big influence sila sa decision making. Kasi average age pala ng populasyon ng Pilipinas is 24 years old. And sinasabi ko nga na by 2050, that's only 34 years from now, we will have 50 million more Filipinos. And with those 50 million more Filipinos, I think kailangan natin 100 new big cities or 200 new small cities. Dapat tanungin talaga. Yung mga millennials naman, dapat i-rekomenda or mag-lobby sa mga leaders na gumagawa ng batas, gumagawa ng budget, nagpaplano ng mga cities and towns natin na ang prioridad for the greatest number of people. So we go sa transportation, which is available to most number of people. The sidewalks, pedestrians, anong investment mo dyan? Rubber shoes lang, walking shoes. Yung mga skyway, para kanina yung mga yan? Yung 2% na may-ari ng kotse. And hindi rin yan ang solusyon. Kasi kung you encourage more car usage, traffic grabe ngayon, later on, emissions grabe na, pollution na rin. Tapos yung ang planning is balance. Dapat balansyado yung place of work and place of residence. So again, Makati is not how not to do it. Kasi nandito yung millions of jobs available in Makati Central Business District. Sino mga nakatira paligid ng Makati Central Business District? Mga gated communities ng mga mayayaman. Walang accommodation, affordable housing sa mga empleyado na mas konti ang kinikita na pupunta pa sa transportation and traffic. So dapat balansyado. Halimbawa, Singapore, 82% ng Singaporeans nakatira sa public housing. Okay. And public housing nila, they consider healthy living. Dito sa bayan natin, parang kulang yata sa leadership in planning, leadership in design, visionary leadership in governance.
Thank you po, Architect Palafox.
Yeah. Salamat po. Salamat at nabigyan ako ng opportunity to share. And I hope this conversation maliwanagan yung mga decision makers at saka tayo mga taxpayers. Naturuan natin ang mga leaders natin na may tamang pagpaplano for more healthy, more livable, smarter, sustainable, and safer cities. And thank you. Salamat po.
At yan nga po mga kaibigan, ayon na rin kay Architect Palafox, hindi pa naman huli ang lahat upang ayusin ang ating mga syudad at gawin itong inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. Tamang pagpaplano at implementasyon ng kinakailangan upang masolusyonan ang traffic, pollution, kakulangan ng sidewalks, pagbaha, at iba pang mga bagay na nakahahadlang sa pagiging livable ng isang syudad. Importante rin ang kaalaman ukol sa urban planning at pakikilahok sa ganitong mga usapin. Maraming salamat muli sa ating panauhin na si Architect June Palafox. Ako po si Abbey Bravo para sa Urban X.